In terms of, on the second page, there's something called a record number. I don't know.
Just read it in your record.
Yeah, well, the record number, it says, is 04123-48059. But I'm not sure if that relates to the specific one. What you do is you put in keywords and search archives, and this came up.
Okay.
Mayor, on the first page of this article, the author of the article attributes a quote to you, and I'm going to read the quote in the record. It says, quote, attributing this to you, "The only way Roger Samuel can help the city of Flint is if he left the city and never came back," unquote. Did you make that statement?
I did.
Okay. And did you make that in context of announcing a boycott of the Flint Journal?
I made this in the context where he accused me of losing those 800 jobs out there, that they'd made a decision a year or 2 years before I took over. And when I took over in 2 or 3 or 4 days, he said that I was responsible for losing all the jobs in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
Okay.
This is what I was upset with Roger Samuels about.
Okay. And how did he make that accusation, Mr. Samuel? In the newspaper?
In an editorial.
Okay. So,
In fact, I was so confused, I nearly went to work at Grand Blanc. I thought I'd been elected in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
and so you disagreed with that editorial, correct?
Well, it was an absolute lie.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
I mean, what do I have to do with Grand Blanc, Michigan?
Did you announce a boycott of the Flint Journal because of editorials like that were lying?
That is correct.
Okay. And in terms of announcing this boycott, did you just announce it publicly, like in the form of a press release?
I don't recall what I did.
On the second page of this article, there's another quote here they attribute to you, third paragraph down, and I'll just read it in the record. I just want to know if it's accurate. Quote, "Just the editorial," and then parentheses, "Tuesday, comma, they come out and said this, comma, they accused me for something that happened 90 days out in Grand Blanc, comma, losing those jobs," unquote, said Williamson. And then something that's not your quote. Then it continues, quote, "I only took over at noon," parentheses, "Monday. You can tell everybody I'm not stupid. You follow me. I know what's going on," close quote. Did you say that? Is that inaccurate?
I really don't know.
Okay. And then on the next paragraph down, the person that drafted this article said that you announced, or you also called for a boycott of the newspaper during an interview on WCRZ-FM 107.9 on Tuesday morning. And did you do that?
I don't recall that, but it's possible. I don't know.
So, but you do recall announcing a boycott in some fashion.
That is correct.
And the reason is that you believe that the Flint Journal was lying in their editorials about it.
Well, let me say this here. If you read it, I think that everybody in Genesee County knows it was lying, not just me.
Now, in terms of announcing your boycott, you also set up a, I don't know, maybe not at this time, but shortly thereafter, you had a website set up.
You know, I don't recall, but I could have, but I don't recall that.
Okay. What I'd like to do is refer you, again, another, did we have that one, Mark? Could I have?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We don't care if your graphics aren't flashy, or if your audio doesn't sound perfect, or if you're not the world's greatest camera person. We just want to see what you want us to see, and to know what you would like us to know. Your local public access television station has tools and resources to make this possible, so that we can see what you see. It's the freedom to communicate, and it's only on cable.
Only on public access.
Access television, no commercials, sit and listen. People just like you and me, voices of community, freedom to communicate, only on cable. This is great, our nation's First Amendment TV. Cats, kids, history, environmental manatees, beaches, parks, and scenery. Turn us on, you might see me. Controversy, politics, spiritual and skating tricks. Our nation's First Amendment TV.
This is the time and place set for the taking of the video deposition of Donald Williamson. We're located today at 1101 South Saginaw Street, Flint, Michigan. The date is July the 26th, 2005. The time is 1:31:27 p.m. For the United States District Court in the Eastern District of Michigan, the case of Thomas D. Hansen, plaintiff, versus Donald Williamson individually and in his official capacity as mayor of the city of Flint and the city of Flint defendants. Case number 04-74379 before the Honorable Victoria A. Robert